Everyone. Uh, this is Don LaPlume, CEO of Rhino XR Studios, and we have our very own Jennifer Gerald, the Boundary Hunter, with us. And really excited for this live tonight. Really excited for this challenge that we are about to share. And Jennifer, you were at the weekend of, actually, you are a huge reason that the weekend of positivity came off and actually happened the way that it did. And it was so awesome. So first of all, I thank you so much for all that you did as part of that and making it what it was. Before we really hit this, because we've got a very specific reason for this stream, for this live stream here. But what was your single favorite part of Weekend of Positivity?
For me personally, I enjoyed the whole weekend, but I loved the build up because I had the express privilege of meeting all of our speakers and hearing their stories behind the scenes, what led up to them coming to the stage. So, hey, Snow. So it's like, I think for me, it was the whole thing building up to it and then actually being able to just sit back and enjoy the show. To be able to, hi, Michelle, we got people popping on. So
Nice.
I'm used to doing live. So it's like, boop, boop. But yeah, the whole thing was so spectacular. And I truly loved the journey to the stage, if you will, to the event. And to being able to just sit back and go, here it is. They're all together, all in one place for one full weekend of wow. So it was awesome.
It really was. It was. And that's so well said. Over 50 speakers. So folks, look, we wanted to do this for a very specific reason. So at the Weekend of Positivity, there was a challenge that was put out. And that challenge was a very specific challenge that will change lives, your life, and many others. So to tell you about that challenge, but I have to say, the whole event was inside of the metaverse. It was in a place called metaverse. And it was magical having over 50 speakers on the stage in the metaverse. They came in as either avatars. A couple of them came in as avatars. A couple of them came in as video, but almost everyone came in as a hologram on stage. Picture a 10-foot tall speaker on stage. It was wild. It really was. And you didn't even need heels for that. It was great. It was great. So let's get into this challenge. What is this all about? So, many of you are sitting here looking and you're thinking, hey, I'm hearing the news. I'm hearing what's going on out there. And I know that, the country's going into a recession. The world may be in a recession, all of these different things. Who knows what's happening? And you're listening to this stuff. And what is it doing? It is affecting you mentally. It's affecting how you treat others, how you look at things. And it's affecting your life, right? And here's the crazy thing. And most people don't think about this one, but the crazy thing is that when there are recessions or when there are economic downturns, do you know that is when the most money is made? Right, just think about that. The people who had the right mindset, who are ready for that opportunity, they take over, right? And they win big time. And how do they do it? Well, it really comes down to mindset because everybody else is all preoccupied with all the doom and gloom. And they're out there, great positive mindset, making things happen, charging forward. They do the things that need to get done. Am I right, Jennifer?
Absolutely.
It's just the way that it is. So here is the challenge. First of all, and by the way, we are looking for specifically 100 people. That's it, 100 people to take this challenge with us. All right, Jennifer and I are doing the challenge, and a whole bunch of others are going to be doing it with us. But we're looking specifically for 100 people. And there's a reason for that. There's a magic number there, and we can get into that. But here's the challenge. So this is a 30-day challenge to eliminate all of the negativity that's coming into your life. And I'm talking about from the news, from the television, from whatever it is that you're reading, from whatever it is that you're listening to, even the people that you have in your room, right? I'm talking about people that, maybe you hang around with them in the water cooler or after work or at the park or wherever, but they're very negative. They're the people that are dragging you down, right? I want you to take a 30-day hiatus from all of that. Eliminate it. And what are you going to do during that time? Well, we have a very special set of content that will help completely reframe how your mind is thinking, the direction it wants to go in, right? And Jennifer, we talked about this challenge, right? And when we talked about this challenge, when you first thought about it and you said, well, 30 days, can I do this for 30 days? What was your first thought about doing this for 30 days, eliminating all of that negative?
Honestly, I thought I was going to have to rent a hotel room because my husband starts the day with the news on his phone and the end of the day with the news on his phone. And I'm like, honey, I'm not doing the news. And he's like, oh, sorry. But he's always trying to share it. So my first thought was, I'm going to need a hotel room because my husband won't stay away from the news. But then after I realized that I didn't have to be in the room when he was doing the news, that 30 days is really such a small piece of time. When you take the big picture, 30 days is nothing. That was my first reaction, and then my reevaluation.
That's awesome. So that's what we want people to think about. We're just asking for 30 days. Now, we will ask after you've completed this, and I'm going to finish the rest of this challenge because there's a little bit more to this, right? But what's going to happen is after that 30 days is we're going to ask you to do it again, right? But let's not go there. Let's not cross that bridge yet, because here's the thing. The first thing is, in that first 30 days, you want to eliminate all of that negative stuff coming into you, the news, the television, what you're reading, what you're listening to on the radio, all of those types of things, right? The whatever TV shows, all of that stuff. And because we need your mind to be fed just positive stuff for 30 days. This is so important, especially going into the holidays, right? I mean, we want to be in great spirits for the holidays anyways, right? But really getting ready to kick off. This is so that you're closing out 2022 well, really well. But then launching yourself into 2023. And we get some great stuff coming in 2023 that we're going to share with you down the road. But as far as this is concerned, this is really, we're going to give you the content. We're going to tell you how you can get the content, I should say, that will fill that time that you are reading, let's say, newspapers or watching the news before, right? And we know we got politics and all the other stuff coming out. But you know what? Here's what you can feed your mind with. And you can all check out the content right now. And it's at rhinoxrstudios.com. And if you click the button at the top of the page called On Demand, what you're going to see is an entire list, 50 speakers. And Jennifer, we need to go into those speakers in just a minute. 50 speakers that are there listed. And there's more coming, along with tools that are going to help you financially, tools that are going to help you to organize what your life is like, tools that are going to help you to journal,
Yes.
all right, which is a big part of this, and then really to help you to find your purpose, because this is about changing lives. First of all, it starts with yours. And as soon as you say, hey, you know what, I'm willing to take this challenge, I'm willing to eliminate the negative stuff, I'm willing to learn through the system you're going to teach us how to journal, and I'm also going to learn how to I'm gonna really strive to determine what my purpose is and how I can fulfill it, right? And once you've done that, your life is about to completely change.
Yes.
It's just the way that it is, right? But
Yes.
here's the key. In order to be successful in this challenge, there's one other thing you need to do. You need to pay it forward, right? You need to be able to share this challenge with 3 other people. And it really is that simple, right? So you're just going to eliminate the negatives. We're going to give you great content that you're going to be able to access should you choose to. And I'm going to show you that in a second. And then you're going to be able to fill that time with, we're going to give you very specific tools and instructions to help you to journal, help you to determine your purpose, help you to set up your finances to really rock into 2023, and help you to really change the direction of life, right? And if you're doing all right now, which I'll bet a lot of you are, here's the thing. By doing this and sharing it with 3 others, you're going to change lives. That's the key. Right now, Jennifer, I have to ask, and we got some great speakers that have an incredible amount of content that we're about to make available to everybody here, right? So some of those speakers, I know Sharon Lechter is one of those speakers. Now, Sharon Lechter, she did what, 14, 15 books she co-wrote with Robert Kiyosaki,
A
right?
ton, yes.
The whole Rich Dad, Poor Dad series, she's one of the speakers that was here. And she talks a lot about finances. She also talks about an incredible book that I know you happen to have there. Yes, Outwitting the Devil. That's an interesting book, folks, because that was written in 1933, I believe, but it
They're
wasn't
getting
released. It was not released until, was it 2007 or 2011?
2011. It was in the
2011.
family and foundation vault for 70 years. 70 years. It's literally life-changing. It's so good.
It really is. And there's a reason why it was in the vault stuck. They were afraid to release it, literally. Sharon Lechter goes into that and really talks about that in the book. And by the way, they can get that through their bookstores. They can get it through Audible, right? All over the
It's
place.
on Audible, which is awesome, and I would highly recommend it because it is called Outwitting the Devil, and Napoleon Hill writes his conversation that he has with the devil. And so as it's being narrated, there are 2 voices. There's Napoleon Hill's replica, because he's obviously passed. He passed away in 1970, and the book didn't even come out until 2011. And then there's another person who portrays the devil, and it's so powerful. I mean, just like I can't get enough. I've got highlights, underlines. I mean, it's amazing. So yes, you get Sharon Lechter's full talk, all of her PowerPoints. I call them PowerPoints, and I'm not talking about the word application. PowerPoints to transforming your life, and she strongly encourages all of us to read this.
Indeed.
And then for the females on here, she says follow it with Think and Grow Rich for Women. So I had to throw that in there for Sharon because she's not here with us tonight.
She isn't, but she is because she shared all of this stuff with us. But and by the way, inside of the on-demand access that's on the Rhino XR Studios site, right? Now, by the way, the reason that it's on Rhino XR Studios is a virtual reality company, right? And we launched Megaverse, which is a metaverse platform. Why do we have on-demand access? Because Megaverse is a family-friendly metaverse platform that has been built, and is being built for business and education. That's why it's there, and that's important, right? So as we look at, Sharon, you'll actually be able to go to Sharon's page in the on-demand section, and when you do, you're going to see there's a whole bunch of different links to all kinds of additional information you can get, along with the video with Sharon on stage in Megaverse, which is pretty cool. But then we had people like Donna Campbell. You were talking about Donna Campbell earlier. What did Donna Campbell talk about?
Donna Campbell's the mind whisperer, and she turned her life tragedy and a failed marriage and her childhood trauma around money into her greatest blessing. And now she works with people to help them to turn their money conversation around. And it's the very same, or not very same, because everybody's message delivery is different, but she really embraces the power of your mind and how, if you can control this, you can control your finances regardless of what's going on out there, because everything about our finances is actually controlled in here. And she really hits that hard in a really beautiful and powerful way. And her whole talk, plus all of her slides, which we weren't able to get on stage in Megaverse, they're all available for you to take a peek at if you go click on her Card. I drew a blank on the word. For a little placard
on her page in the site. And
on
and
her
and by the way,
page.
folks, this
Yes.
we're going to share a bunch of other stuff with you here over the next few minutes, and it's only going to go for another few minutes. But this is not a build up to say, oh, that this is a $1,000 package or something like that. This is $39 one time. All right. So when you go to the site and you say, wait a minute, what is all this content? What am I paying? What is this all about? Literally, you can get all of the content we are talking about and so much more, because we don't have the time to go onto it here or into it here. You're going to be able to get that for $39 one time and be able to take part in this challenge, be recognized. And here's a key thing, right? We all have heard the power of the mastermind, right? Masterminding, getting together, planning, working things out together, coming up with solutions together. The power there is immense. And we don't even, most people don't ever understand how powerful that is. They think that they're always on their own. We're going to help you to create a mastermind team that will take you. So not only are we going to help you to get and figure out what your purpose is and move towards that purpose, but then we're going to help you to build a mastermind team that will take you to a whole different level going towards that purpose. Because our objective is literally to change lives. And this content, when you see it and you go through it, you will realize this is going to change lives, folks. It's awesome. And it's $39 one time, right? So this is an absolute no-brainer. You will want to do this. So, we talk about looking for 100 people to take this challenge, right, Jennifer?
Yes.
But
Just
what
100.
about, just 100? But what
Just
about
100.
one person? What can one person do? Was there anybody that talked about the power of one at
Yes.
the
Oh,
event?
our first speaker for the whole weekend of positivity. A lot of people know his story because he was featured in the movie Black Hawk Down. His true story about the military rescue of an admiral, and it was a big deal. And he shared the story of how important just one person is. And he talked about how much criticism they received for going to save just one person. And it wasn't just that one person that they saved that was alive. They went back for every one person who lost their life to save that one person who lived. And that's the power of one. One life matters. Dead
It really
or
does.
alive, we matter. And that was his message that was so powerful, just
You
hit my
matter.
heart. You matter. Yes.
That's that's a fact. That is the way that it is. And then we have our very own Jennifer Gerald, as I mentioned earlier, the boundary hunter. And what did she talk about? She talked about the power of choice and the choices that you're going to make and the choices you can make. And the fact that you're enough, you can make the decisions and the choices you need. So Jennifer, do you want to touch on that for maybe 10, 15 seconds? Because
Yes.
that was
Yes.
such a powerful talk.
The power of choice is the one thing that's really made all the difference in my life. The biggest choice I have made in the last many, many years out of the millions of choices in my lifetime was to get out of my locked car when I was trying to take my life. I didn't die. And I had to choose what to do. And I chose to get out of the car and figure out how to put my feet on the path of purpose. And that is why I'm here today. Because the only difference between a tragedy and a triumph are the choices we make in between. We all get to choose right here and right now. Will we be the one? Will we step into our purpose? Or will we continue to sit back and watch everybody else live the happy life we want because we didn't choose to do something different?
Wow. Folks, when you hear Jennifer's talk, and it's there, it's in the system. You'll be able to watch it again and again and again. It will touch you in ways you could not have possibly imagined. It is that powerful. So, and I'm not saying that because she's here. I'm saying it because it truly is. So you need to watch that. Now, to lighten this just a little bit, because that was deep. Let's talk about Mr. George Campbell. He talks
Yes.
about the consistency chain, right? And being consistent. George, I've had George in multiple events that we've done. Not This is even before Rhino XR Studios existed, right? But we had George Campbell in and his business partner, Jim Packard, and the two of them on stage are absolutely phenomenal. The way that they play off each
I
other.
can
But if
only
you
imagine.
understand,
I can
they
only
really are. But
Jim Packard was my accountability partner with a course with Dr. Steve Taubman, who's also one of our amazing speakers,
oh
who talks
yes,
about the magic of bouncing back. And then I got to meet George, and so I can imagine George and, and Jim on the stage together. But yes,
oh,
I love George's story. It was awesome.
it's hilarious, and it's funny when you see the two of them together. It really is. If you ever get a chance to do it live, folks, and you see those two out there, someone, the consistency chain, George Campbell, Jim Packard, see them. Be part of that. You want to be at that event, I'll tell you. And now you just mentioned Dr. Steve Taubman. He is one of my all-time favorites. He actually lives in Vermont, same place I live, right?
Yeah.
And now he's on the other side of the state. He's on the West Coast. I'm on the East Coast. But either way, but what a beautiful guy. Uh, just a great, great man. But also, I mean, what he shares and what he teaches, and he talks about, and this really goes right down to what we're talking about here. One of his big books that he wrote is called On Hypnosis, and I don't know if you've read that book. But if you haven't, you need to get that book. And you can get that from a link that's literally inside the system, right? And you'll be able to go and be able to purchase that book. But what happens is we're all hypnotized. In life, we've got all kinds of things that have been programming us since we were little children, since we were first born. And all of those things are still with us. The question is, what are you allowing to influence you? What are you allowing to stay with you? And what are you doing to change that? How are you getting unhypnotized? Right. Well,
Yes.
part of that is this 30-day challenge. All right. That's a big part of this. So we're going to eliminate all the negatives that are going into your mind. Right. First of all, you will be amazed, by the way, folks, if you've never done this before, you're going to be like, this isn't going to mean much. Right. You're going to get to the end of that 30 days and you're going to say, wow, that was wild. You know what? But I got to see what's going on. I got to go check the news or whatever. And you're going to go check the news and you're going to be blown away at how bad it actually is, how negative it is, and how bad it influences you. You're like, I don't remember it being that bad. That's because it had built up over the years, right? So it just slowly but surely affects our minds and we become numb to that stuff. Well, when you become unnumb and unhypnotized, it's like you see the stark difference and your life can now change because it's like, okay, I don't want that in my life anymore. And now I can tell you, you'll want to take the challenge a second time. All right.
Oh
But
my
then we're
gosh.
going to do it with 3 more people, by the way. Right.
Yes.
Because
Not
that's
the
the
same
goal.
people.
Right.
I mean, you'll be the common denominator. You'll be the common denominator.
Yeah. But they'll end up, because this system is really simple. And the whole system, you're going to get all the training. You're going to get, again, $39. We're not trying to build this up to be some huge price, right? $39 flat, one time. And what you're going to get is you're going to get access to over 50 speakers worth of content. All right. This is content that was performed inside on the stage in Megaverse. So when you look at their holograms, is it going to be crystal clear? No, it's going to be like, wow, this was actually in a metaverse platform. This is cool by itself, right? But on top of that, you get this incredible content. You get all kinds of information, including a bunch of different freebies and other stuff from multiple speakers there. But then you're going to get our system. You're going to get our system that's going to help you to determine what your purpose is. It's going to help you to then move towards and fulfill that purpose. You see, folks, I believe every single one of us was created for a purpose. I can't tell you what your purpose is. You have to figure that out. But we can help you to do that. And that will change lives, because when you understand your purpose and you can move towards it, all right, that our purpose, the reason we're here, isn't small, folks.
Nope.
People don't know most people don't know what their purpose is. But when they determine what it is, it's not small. It's massively impactful for the world. It's to change something, right? And you're going to learn about that. You're going to figure out what it is for you. And when you do, it will have an impact, provided you take action. All right. If you don't take action, it just won't matter. It's going to be your, and I ask people this all the time. I probably even said this to you, Jennifer. It's like, where is the richest place on the globe or in
The
any city?
cemetery.
Exactly, the cemetery, because people die with not only their purpose, but their ideas, their inventions. For all we know, the cure for cancer is in some cemetery. It died with the person who created it because they didn't have the guts to move forward, take action, and make it happen.
Because of fear.
In most cases,
Fear.
yeah,
The
fear of
what if?
right. The less courageous, as they say
The less.
in The Traveler's Gift, one of my all-time favorite books, by the way. If you've ever heard of the author Andy Andrews, I encourage you, check out the book, The Traveler's Gift. Absolutely phenomenal
Oh,
book.
good.
Oh,
I think
I
John
can't tell you.
recommended that to me, and I read it in a day and a half. I was like, oh, I can't put it down.
It is. It's that good. It's that good. So, folks, look, we've been going through a whole bunch of different stuff. Here's a simple fact. All right, we're going to give you a bunch of tools. One of the tools, by the way, that will help you to save money. All right, so not only are we going to give you the education, not only are we going to help you to focus and get all of that stuff out of your mind, all of those influences out, help you to determine what your purpose is and move forward for it. All right, and after it, we're going to help you to create a mastermind for you. Then we're also going to open up a tool in the metaverse. Should you choose to use it, there'll be a subscription on that one. It'll probably be, I don't know. We haven't determined it yet. It's probably going to be like $20 or something. It's really, this is not about making a whole bunch of money. What this is about is helping a whole bunch of people. All right. That's what we're talking about here. So look, folks, very first thing, take the challenge. All you have to do to take this challenge is go to rhinoxrstudios.com. At the top, it says not in demand. It should be in demand, but it's on demand, right? It is just about the middle tab right at the top. We didn't create some kind of capture page and all this other stuff. We just said, look, this is where you go. And as soon as you click on any of the pictures of any of the speakers you might want to hear, it will ask you to join. And it'll be $39 one time. And you'll be able to go through as soon as you do that. It won't be just for that one speaker that you click on. It will be for all of the speakers, right? All of the content.
So they get the content for the $39 for 30 days. It's their 30-day pass, right? Super cool. So they've agreed, oh, we're going to do this 30-day thing and we're going to purge ourselves of all this negative input, right?
Yeah.
But then there's a couple more steps to go with it. So should we
Okay.
tell them what's next?
Let's do it. Let's do it. You're on a roll. Let's go for it.
Sure. So first step is to say yes and sign up, right? $39, 30 days of access to 50 motivational speakers who delivered beautifully for the Weekend of Positivity. There was a lot of people that got sick and couldn't come to Weekend of Positivity. You know what? Now there's no excuses. $39, 30 days. So 2 weeks in, you're 14 days into your 30 days and you're like, wow. And Dawn mentioned journaling. So at 14 days, you're just 2 weeks into this purge. You get to start writing down the shift that you're feeling inside. What's going on? Are you missing it? Are you jonesing for some news to make you feel bad again? Are you feeling uplifted? Are you feeling free? You know, Austin Haynes talks about he gets you excited, gets you involved. He says, I'm free, I'm present, and I am moving forward. And that's what this challenge is going to do. It's going to free you so you can be present in your own life. Man, worried about everybody else. It's like, who's got time for that? It's so messy anyway. And then you get to move forward. So in 2 weeks, you get to start journaling that. I love journaling. I always say, you got this. This actually got delivered to my front door. Somebody went to the great lengths of covering my doorbell camera so that I couldn't see who brought this. And they must follow me on Facebook or something because they were like, I saw this and I thought of you. But I like to
Nice.
journal and I like to draw. So this is my journal from today. Faith in every footstep. And this is what you get to do, not necessarily draw if you don't want to, but you journal what changes are happening inside of you. But you're not doing this by yourself, remember? Because
Yeah.
it was you and 3, which makes 4. So you're going to be journaling, and then you and your friends are in this delicious little mastermind. And you each get an opportunity to share little bits and pieces of your positivity buffet every single week. So not only do you get to grow, but you get to show others how you grew. And ultimately, that chain reaction is going to continue to lift and build your group throughout the 4-week time. And you'll each get a chance to share what steps you took to discover your purpose, what books, audio, podcast speakers that you listen to from your 30-day subscription, something that helped you in the past week to step into that purpose. And then once a week, one of the 4 of you gets to share in depth for 10 minutes and the next steps that you're going to take to fulfill your purpose. And then your 3 friends get to hold you accountable, because that is what masterminding is about. Building, lifting, sharing, masterminding, and holding each other accountable. So after your 30 days is up, you're going to be hooked. So come on back and do it again, but bring 3 more people.
Right. All 4 of you actually will end up bringing 3 more people. And by the way, we do have a free affiliate program, which you'll be able to join. And so everyone that you do refer for this, there's a little commission that comes to you, because in the end, it's like it's $39 one time. It's not a lot of money, anyways, right? But we want to make sure that there was something that was going back to you as you're referring and as you're growing this, because you're going to talk with 3 people the first month. You're going to have 3 people that are going to join you in this challenge. And yes, accountability is huge, right? Because we need to stay on track, right? And there's a
Yeah.
lot more. There's a lot of other things that you're going to get in this, as far as the details on how to set up your mastermind, whether you choose to do it on your own with our details and tools, or you want to get the subscription and be able to do it inside the metaverse, inside a megaverse, right? Because you'll be able to do that too, should you choose. And all of this it just comes in with that $39 as far as all the information, along with even specifically how to journal. Because I know you covered a couple of things there, Jennifer. There are some very specific things that we're going to ask you to put in. And if all you do is just answer those 3 questions each day, it will change how you look at everything, and it will drive you towards figuring out what that purpose that you have, what the purpose that you were created for, happens on this earth. All right.
Yeah.
So you're here for that reason. We don't know what it is, but you're going to find out if you join us. All right. Remember, we're looking for 100 people to join us to take this challenge over the next 30 days, and then to carry it forward and to pay it forward again and again. All right.
So we have
So
some folks watching. Let's see. If you're on the fence or you're a yes, if you're an absolute heck yeah, I'm doing this, give us a yes in the chat, give us some love, give us some hearts. We're gonna hold you accountable because I can see who you are. Anyway, but put your yes loud and proud in the comment section. I can see LinkedIn
yes.
and I can see Facebook, because it starts with commitment, and it does not start with confidence, y'all. Confidence is not the first step to success. It's courage. It's courage. You got to have the courage to say yes to yourself. Maybe this is the first time you've ever said yes to you, and you might be questioning it, and that's okay, because that's what happens when we step into change. And if you play with the letters, follow me. You got to take a chance to make a change, and you cannot succeed in a challenge for change if you don't give it your all.
Wow.
So take a chance to create the change that you are longing for in your life. Nobody is coming to save you. That's part of my talk. This is up to you. And we are here to support you all the way. And I don't know if this is part of Dawn's part or not, but I personally would love for you to find me on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, any of those places. And as you and your friends are going through your challenge, I would love to get 30-second to 60-second little testimonial clips from you to tell us how it's going and how you're doing. What are we going to do with all those clips? We're going to share them with the world in a flood of positive success at our 1-year anniversary for the Weekend of Positivity 2023. Will you be there with us?
I can tell you I'll be there. I cannot wait. I was so excited with this one. Oh my gosh. And I'm glad you've got everybody on the screen, by the way, because I've got the Restream screen. I don't have the YouTube or the LinkedIn or all of these others. So well done. Thank you, Jennifer, for handling that. And so all you have to do to take that action is simply go to Rhino XR Studios. And by the way, that's not a political. When I say Rhino, it's RHINO. All right. So Rhino XR Studios, just like behind me, right? The backdrop behind me, rhinoxrstudios.com. And right at the top, it'll say on demand. And when you click on that, pick any speaker you choose or just hit subscribe. And it's $39 one time, just one. And you'll be able to have all of this content be part of the challenge. Again, we're only looking for 100 people to join us in this challenge and actually do it. We know, after having listened to George Campbell and the Pareto principle and the 80-20 concept, that we may need to bring in more than 100 people to say, yeah, we're going to do this in order to find 100 people that are going to run with us. But you know what? We're going to find that 100. No matter how many times we need to do this, we're going to find that 100 to run with us, and we're going to help change the world.
Absolutely.
And I hope you are one of them. So yeah, go to rhinoxrstudios.com.
I put my lesson, so we only need 99.
Awesome. All right. Any last thoughts there, Jennifer, before we close this out?
I just want to encourage anybody who's feeling this trepidation or oh, I don't know, it's 30 days. I have a really hard time being consistent. Well, change doesn't happen without change. Oh my God, there's the word again, change. If you want to change anything, you have to be willing to do something. So be willing to take this hand and this hand, and you're gonna put one hand over here. All right, Dawn, you with me? Come on. Mm-hmm. Here we go. I know, get you all involved here. And put the other hand over here. And give yourself a hug and say, I deserve this change.
I deserve this.
Yes.
Change. There you go.
I deserve this change, and you do. So remember, to change anything, you must be willing to do something. So.
Indeed. Well said. Well said. Well, thank you, everyone. We're excited that you're here. We're excited that you're joining us. And let's all take this challenge. Let's run with this and let's change the world. Because when you fulfill your purpose and you help others to do the same thing, to fulfill theirs, you really will change the world.
Yes, I'm putting before we close the stream, I'm putting the website in both LinkedIn and Facebook. So I type fast. You'll probably hear my little clicks on the keyboard here. So just go to those www.rhinoxrstudios.com, click on the on demand, hit the subscribe button, or pick your favorite speaker. And then you'll want to subscribe because You won't get to watch them without it. $39, 30 days, 1 million lives. Are you with us?
Oh, you snuck that in. We weren't supposed to tell them that yet. It's gonna change so much.
Yeah.
And by the way, as soon as you as soon as you join us, right? Before you even invite the others, you're gonna get an email that will allow you to get set up for free on our affiliate program. So then you can, when you share this with some of your friends to help to join you and help them fulfill their purpose, it's going to help you as well. So
Yes.
it's just a
Our
beautiful
way of
thing.
saying
It's free.
thank you. It's
Exactly.
our way of saying thank you for saying yes to you and empowering others to say yes to them. It's one thing that we can do to say thank you for paying positivity forward.
Indeed. So let's pay positivity forward. Join us for this 30-day challenge. Catch y'all soon.